Even back here there's a hidden restaurant. And in the distance is apparently an Australian hangout place, Aussie Bistro. So it's not uncommon to have all the seating out front, then have a hawker with his whatever he's trying to sell. Drive up and just start yelling at the patrons who are at the restaurant to try to sell more stuff. And then the other thing they tend to do out here is set these grills up. Right here in the sidewalks, you have to smell this stuff all the time while you're walking around. So we go from this place across the road to another shack where they're cooking inside the shack and have all their seating outside. So that's just the wall right there. I'm not sure exactly what's on the other side. Empty lot probably. And then you go further and you got another guy who's got his little shack out there. It's like probably banh mi and drinks. I can't tell what else he's got from over there. And then another one. Looks like probably another banh mi. Yeah, I can see the word bread on that sign down there. Just continues on everywhere like this. Okay, I only have about 12 more days left until my time here in Vietnam is up. Couldn't decide really where I wanted to go next. I debated between Siam Reap until a couple of days ago when Thailand and Cambodia decided to start shooting at each other again. Siam Reap, which gave me the Angkor Wat and all the ruins over there, cultural heritage, all that kind of stuff. But that only puts me 90 miles away from all the fighting, so I don't think that's a good place to be. So I'm gonna go Chiang Mai, but I was debating between Chiang Mai and Kuala Lumpur. I think Kuala Lumpur would cost me an extra $200 to $300 over Chiang Mai. Maybe not, I'm not sure. They're really close in price. The difference though is this time of year, late December to January, Chiang Mai is probably the best time now to go based on weather. Apparently in the spring they burn a lot to clear the fields, getting ready to crop for the next crops. So instead of going to Kuala Lumpur first and then maybe backtrack to Chiang Mai, I went to Chiang Mai first and do a month there. So I booked my plane ticket from here in Da Nang all the way over to Chiang Mai, but I have to go through Bangkok. So it costs a bit more. Then I upgraded my seating tickets so that I can get a little extra leg room because I know they're going to be small. And I also have a bag, so you have to pay extra for the checked bag. So I bought that as well. Let's see, then I had to buy the ticket because Thailand, you can stay for like 60 days visa free. But 3 days before you arrive, you're supposed to go online and fill out their online stuff. But it doesn't cost to go there. And like coming here to Da Nang, I had to fill out the form online and pay a fee. And you have to make sure that you get the actual government website, not a visa travel service. Otherwise it'll cost you more. So I did the government to save myself the money, of course. Not the headache of some business doing the same thing I was going to do. But when I go to Thailand, just like the Philippines, you have to have onward travel ticket out of the country. So I went ahead and booked that ticket out of Chiang Mai to go to Kuala Lumpur after a month in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Alright, we're back to all the coffee places. Highland Coffee, B&B Bakery, but it's the Cups Coffee. So let's go to Cups Coffee and get a cup of coffee. Before I go in there real quick, point out that they have breakfast sandwiches here. Well, ham, egg, and cheese, it looks like. That's breakfast for me. So I might have to come down here and actually get a breakfast and coffee. I tend to come here and get a pastry and coffee. So, does Will have the willpower to not get a pastry this evening? So I've had the French apple pie before. Choices. looking right now. Cakes. Ooh, I almost went with tiramisu the other day. I did the chocolate mousse cake. Uh-oh. What do you think Will's gonna go for? I went with the tiramisu and a cappuccino. Inside this really nice restaurant, cafe kind of a place. $5.70, so it's kind of a pricey. Pay for what you get in location and ambiance, I suppose. So I'm kind of circling around this idea of how much money does someone need to live like I'm living. And mind you, I'm not struggling. 3 weeks here in Vietnam, I've yet to make one meal in my apartment. I eat out every day out here. It's crazy. I don't eat crazy amounts of food. I'm not eating crazy expensive food. I am eating basically whatever fancies me at the moment I'm hungry. I'm not circling around the low, cheap food because I can obviously do much cheaper. But I kind of feel like I'm circling around the idea that you need safe, comfortable, no real worries kind of level, right? At around $2,000 a month. So how do you get $2,000 a month? So all these finance kind of folks use a bit of a shorthand, quick spitball test kind of idea that you need to play around with a 7%. That's assuming a 3% inflation rate, leaving you with 4% you're allowed to pull out of your account. So your account never moves, theoretically. Never goes up, it never goes down. You can do that for till the day you die. So if we do that kind of idea, we need an account that has enough cash that's invested that you can pull 4% out of forever. That works out at $600,000 that you then pull 4% out, and that gets you $24,000 a year, which is $2,000 a month. Now if you're a retiree and you've got the median Social Security, you're at about $1,800 a month, so you need $200 gap to cover. Now obviously here in Vietnam it appears that would be more than enough, but you need to cover that $200 gap, which means $2,400 a year, which equals to $60,000 of actual investment. And you can live here as a Social Security recipient, having only the median amount come into your account. It turns out the S&P 500 somewhere around 9.8% return rate with dividends reinvested. So spitball like almost 10%, not 7%. So whether you're a senior citizen who only has $60,000 invested, or someone who's not yet reached retirement age, so something like a 30-year-old, well, probably closer to 40-year-old. If you're about 40 years old and you have $600,000 invested, you're only pulling 4% out of that. You know, plus with the dividends that your stocks will be paying out probably quarterly. Yeah, you're done, dude. Retire. What the hell are you doing? The mass accumulation of wealth is not necessary. All these financial gurus will tell you you need to keep working until the day you die. You gotta make all this money. You know, you're not wealthy until you hit $2 million. It's kind of not true. And if you're willing to live a little cheaper, willing to be a little riskier with your investments, you can probably get below $300,000. I don't know about that, but you might be able to pull it off, I suppose. You would be living on the thinner edge of life. Would be out eating big Thanksgiving dinner like I did, because you couldn't afford it. But you could, the whole idea of Geoarbitrage. You live where your money serves you the best. Most of the USA, that doesn't work. But you can go to all sorts of countries. Philippines, not BTC, that was expensive. But you go to other parts of the Philippines. I mean, here I'm in Da Nang. This is the tourist area I'm walking towards now. I think it's pronounced Onthong. It's the Mai Kay beach area I'm walking towards. So I think 600,000 and you're set. Less than that, you can do it. It's just you're missing a lot of the perks of eating whenever, whatever, whenever. But if your goal is financial independence, right? This stupid fire acronym someone came up with. 360,000 maybe. If you want to live comfortably, I think about it. Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, big different, make sure I don't get hit by a car, a whole bunch of different places in Eastern Europe, like Albania, Serbia, some of the other European countries. You can pull off at around $2,000 a month. I mean, why are you working? The whole point of working and making money is that you don't have to work and make money. You want your money to make money. If you can hit that point where you can safely say, hey, I need $2,000 and I've hit that, my investments will make me $2,000. I think you're done, dude. I don't know why you keep working. Now, of course, if you've got family, that's going to make things a little different. But here I am on this nice quiet street heading towards my apartment. And I think I'm going to pull somewhere 1,500-ish for Airbnb, which means I'm paying a premium. And for the food I've been eating, I gotta throw in airplane tickets, the cost of the visa. Some countries like Vietnam, you have to pay for your e-visa. So there's incidentals like new shoes, right? I had to buy new shoes while I was here because my old ones were dead. And that was $120 just for new shoes. Ordered online, took 4 days because it was a weekend. Alright, that's it for today.